Hey guys, this is Matt Brunet, creator of Animation Lookback and AniMatsReviews, and I just want to tell you to stay until the end of the video for a big announcement. Trust me, you won't be disappointed by the surprise I got for you. But anyways, let's move on to something that I haven't done for a while now actually, which is updates. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is that if you guys remember in my last update video, I mentioned that I wanted to have a goal and try to be in more websites. Now, last time I did pretty well by getting myself into RVT, which I'm still on, and it's been pretty good so far. But now I am on a all-new website. This is like fresh out of the oven new. This is Go Indie TV. Now, Go Indie TV is pretty much unlike any other website. This is not like your average video distribution site like Mr. Code or RVT or stuff like that where they would distribute reviews. This is actually more like a channel station actually run by real TV producers, and what they would show is pretty much independent TV shows on the internet. Now, what I mean by that is pretty much web series, in a way that it's like they would do things like they would on TV, but it's aired on the internet. If you guys could try to understand what I'm going with this, but yeah, it's essentially that, pretty much. And and the thing is that it's all like original programming, royalty free. Now, you might be wondering, like, do I have any like new show, like original programming and stuff like that? No, not really. It's actually my AniMatsReviews that are in there, which is actually really weird considering that I think I'm the only review show that's on that site that has like clips from like movies and stuff like that. The rest is all original programming, I think. And so yeah, if you got the time, you could go ahead and check that out. And also, one thing I really would like to appreciate is that if you guys can go on Go Indie TV and you can just simply comment on my videos. Now, the reason is that like I said earlier, Go Indie TV works a bit like a TV station. And the thing is that every like few months or so, they would go in their rounds and try to pick which shows they would want to keep because it's popular, and which shows that they could just, you know, throw out because like it's kind of a dud. And the only way that they would know how which shows to keep is mostly through comments. At least they know that people are engaging with the videos and people are watching them, and yeah, you know the gist of it. So pretty much, if you guys can just go on, like, go in any of my videos that I have in there, you don't even have to watch the video. Just comment. Just do a little comment, and that's pretty much, and that's all I ask, you know. And again, I would really appreciate it just to stay on that site, you know. It's new, it's big, and, you know, it might give me potential. We'll see. You never know. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is Animation Lookback Pixar. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm pretty much at the end point of Pixar's history, and I'm talking about their more recent films, including Cars 2 and Brave. But also, some people have been speculating, and they've been questioning whether or not I'll be adding in Monsters University to the roster. And to that, I'll pretty much solve everyone's question. I'll solve the problem. No, not really. I'm not going to add it in. And the reason why is because I want to make sure I want to have the movie's full history in order to talk about it in Animation Lookback. Now, I saw some people on Facebook, they said, oh, well, Matt can just wait until the movie has been released. And at that point, he could talk about it in Animation Lookback. Well, no, not really. Okay, the thing with that is that, as I'm recording this, Monsters University won't be out for like a while. And I mean like, about like 2 months or maybe a month and a half. And I think it's going to be out in the end of June where I am, so theoretically, that part won't be released until, like, the beginning of July if I do that. And another thing, actually 2 things, why I won't add it in, is because I want to count, like, its full history, because I want to have its box office results, and I want to have the awards that it got, rather it be nominations and, you know, like, awards it got. The thing is, with box office, there's the factor that, like, we have to wait until the movie, like, pretty much leaves the theaters. It's not, like, I can't just say how much it got at the opening box, like, on its opening weekend, unless it's, like, a record-breaking thing. I can't just do that. I need to factor in, like, how much it got in the long run. And the thing is, with Pixar films, they tend to stay there for a long time, for, like, maybe 3 to 4 months. So, and the worst thing is, that's not even the problem. Like, that's just short compared to, like, the rest it has to go through. That's only the domestic box office. Like, if I want to talk about worldwide, I have to also factor, like, I have to wait, like, even longer than, like, 3 to 4 months, because some cinemas, like, some other countries, they don't get Monsters University, like, until, like, long after, like, people in Canada or the US would get it. It would take a long time for them. And also the factor with awards and, like, nominations and when it won, like, we all know that will be a while. Usually, awards ceremonies won't go until, like, the beginning of next year, like, at the end of February with the Golden Globes, the Oscars, the Annies, and all that kind of stuff. So, theoretically, if you guys want me to wait until I get the full history of Monsters University, I pretty much have to wait until March of next year to release the next part. And I for sure know that you guys don't want to wait that long. Some of you are pretty impatient when it comes to me releasing videos. I should know. I read the comments. And people, please don't give me any excuse that, oh, you did it before in that look back with this film. Well, keep in mind, like, if I did it before, that was, like, a long time ago. Right now, I have a full idea of what I want with animation look back. Like, back then, I just started. I didn't know, like, I didn't fully know what to have in there. But now that I've grown more mature with the show, now I know what it needs, and what it needs is the full history. So, I'm sorry, but Monsters University won't be included. But anyways, let's move on to more happier news and talk about some award shows that I was in, including the Mr. Code Awards. Now, I think like a few update videos ago or something like that, I mentioned to you guys that I was nominated for 7 Mr. Code Awards, and as it turns out, I actually won a total of 4 of those 7 awards, and some of them are actually pretty big. These include Best Top Number List for my top 10 worst films based on a cartoon. I got one for Best Multi-Part Episode for Animation Lookback Pixar. For the second time in a row, I won Best Informative Series for Animation Lookback. And finally, I won for Best Review Show in the Animation category for AniMatsReviews. First off, I want to thank Stefan for these wonderful awards. I really can't believe that, like, I was actually the big winner of this year. And I want to also thank you guys for voting in general, not just for me, but also like to vote for anyone. You know, it's I really can't believe that again. Like, I can't believe I just won all these awards and like I'm the big winner. I'm like the big winner. So I just want to say thank you so much. Oh, and another thing I want to talk about is that I actually even presented in an award show. No, not at the Mr. Code Awards, I actually presented as the first special guest host in the first ever Geeky Awards that was made by GeekVision.tv. Now, if you guys don't know, the Geeky Awards is unlike the Mr. Contributor Awards, where they award awards to reviewers. They would award it to movies. So pretty much we, like, the general public can go on the site and they can go vote for whoever they want in, like, best animated film or best performance or worst film and all that kind of stuff. And they let me to present for best performance in an animated film. And to be honest, I was actually highly honored, and you know, and the video actually turned out really great. And also, like, I was actually really surprised they managed to get many other special guests, like, even personally, I think even bigger than me. Like, they got, like, Owen Citizen, they got Erod, they got Diamanda Hagen, they got all kinds of people. So it's actually really impressive what they did. So go ahead, you could go and check it out, and Geek Vision, if you guys want, we could do it again next year. Another thing that I want to do is that I want to give a shout out to a special fan, which is Logan Herrings. Now, not too long ago, Logan has actually sent me through the mail a bunch of his drawings and even a little message, which personally I find is actually heartwarming and cute. And this is actually the first time ever that I actually got fan mail, which in a way is actually pretty awesome. And Logan has asked me about his art, and mostly if he should continue and stuff like that. And also, it's just to present some of his artworks like on one of my videos. So hopefully, like, what you see right now is will satisfy you, Logan. And one thing I want to tell you is that, Logan, please do not give up on your dreams. I know sometimes you're probably having some harsh times with your art, but let me tell you, considering your age, they're actually pretty good. I have to say, some of them I'm actually pretty impressed with. And yeah, and just to let you know, art is the only thing that I know that as long as you keep on practicing, you can only get better and better and better and better. So, and with a little more practice, like, the more you do it, the more that you'll know that you'll be better as an artist, and maybe you can get that dream job at Disney. So, yeah, pretty much, hopefully, just don't give up on your dreams, keep on working on your art, do what you do best, and pretty much, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed some of Logan's work that I presented to you. There is a lot more that I'll show you. I might put it on my DeviantArt page, just for everyone to see. Oh, and another thing I just want to say that about Logan, your message that you wrote me, I actually have it on my board over there. Like, I have it for keepsake. I have it for, like, keepsakes, and just a little reminder, like, something like that I could see every day. So thank you very much for both the drawings and the letter. It really is great. But anyways, I'm sure you guys are wondering, what is this big announcement that I have? Like, what's this big announcement that I've hyped up during the beginning? Like, what is it, you know? Like, just tell us. Alright, well, I guess I don't have any other updates to say. Might as well go ahead to the big announcement. But first, just to delay it a little bit more, and just to keep you guys a little more tense because it's funny, I want to tell you a little story. Now, for the longest time, people have been asking me, oh, Animat, can you review this? Or, oh, Animat, can you review that? And, you know, sometimes it gets pretty annoying because, as you may know, with Animatsreviews, I only review animated films that has been released in theaters recently. Like, for example, like, The Croods, or Escape from Planet Earth, or Epic, or something like that. And you know, like, when people suggest to me something that's not been released in theaters, or like when it's an old animated film, it gets pretty annoying. like, just to constantly say no and, like, to tell them what I review and stuff like that. You know, and it gets, you know, it annoys me sometimes that some people just never get would never get the idea and just want, like, they just want what they want instead of just following my guidelines. You know what I mean. But then, there's this one day, I decided to watch one animated film, mostly because my friends were, like, big fans of it, and it's such a popular film, you know, might as well understand what's with all the hype. And I didn't find it good nor bad, it's just intriguing, and I had a lot of things to say about it. And I talked with my family, and they were pretty intrigued with it, and they asked me, like, why don't you talk about it in your videos or something like that? And then I seriously sat down and thought about it, like, why don't I? You know? You know, I'm sure that there's a lot of people who would be interested to know, like, what I would say about it. And so, that's going to be the big announcement. I decided that I will no longer be confined to just animated films that are released in theaters and create an all-new show called AniMatsReviews. Now, what this is essentially the same thing as AniMatsReviews. Oh, and by the way, this is gonna AniMatsReviews will still be going. Animats Classic Reviews, it will be another thing. Like, it's this, but anyways, it's the same as AniMatsReviews, but with this one, I review any animated film that would be released in 2009 or less. Like even going down to the oldies of Snow White. Now, I know what you're thinking afterwards. Well, Matt, since there are so many films out there, like, are you going to choose which animated film you're going to review or something like that? Here's the thing. I'm actually going to be randomly pulling an animated film out of a hat, and kind of like pause dartboard in music movies. I just select a film randomly. I don't know what's going to be up next. But you want, like, all the animated films that's going to be in the hat. Like, are you going to write down, like, what it is? Well, not really. The animated films that'll be in the hat, that'll be randomly selected, will be chosen by you guys. Now, what I mean by that is that you guys are going to be the ones that'll write me an email of what animated film you want me to review, and I'll immediately write it down on a piece of paper and put it on the hat. Now, you can write your suggestions down to me at AniMatsReviews@gmail.com. The email is going to be down here somewhere. It might be a little bit different to what I said, but yeah, essentially, it's going to be that. Just write it down over here. So yeah, that's pretty much AniMatsReviews. That's going to be. So yeah, that's going to be Animats Classic Reviews. Like AniMatsReviews, but I'll be reviewing older films, which will be randomly selected out of a hat, or like what I got from a P.O. box. Oh, and one more. Oh, and another thing is that this will actually be just a monthly show. The reason why it's only monthly for now is just so I can catch up with like other shows that I have, like Animation Lookback and AniMatsReviews. Like, just not to be too intertwined with all this, you know what I mean? Maybe I could do 2 a month, but we'll see. We'll see in the future. Oh, and one more thing. The first Animats Classic Reviews will be released by the end of May, and the first film will be the film that I talked about that I was interested, like, that I had, like, a lot of my thoughts on, My Neighbor Totoro. The classic Japanese 1988 film. I have a lot of things to say about it. Do I think it's good? Do I think it's bad? Is it worth all the popularity that it has? We'll see. Just check it out. And that'll pretty much be it for now, so keep watching. There's a lot more great videos to come, including the end of Animation Lookback Pixar and Animats Classic Reviews. Bring in more subscribers. Go check me out on Go Indie TV. Leave a comment. Thank you very much. Also, thank you so much, Logan. Don't give up on your dreams. And see you later, dudes.